Hi there, I'm Clarence Waldron, and you're at BlackMuse. Thank you very much for coming, tuning us in. Howard Sandifer is the founder of the Chicago West Community Music Center. And this whole program, this whole series is his brainchild. So we're very happy that we're bringing it to you tonight. Tonight is our very first show, and we're starting at the top. We have the legendary Miss Dionne Warwick as our very first guest. She'll talk to us about the pandemic and how it has impacted her, as well as share how Lena Horne and Ella Fitzgerald and Diane Carroll, all those ladies, how they helped shape her and made her great. Yes, yes, yes. But along the way, she also will tell us how she knows how to reinvent herself. She knows how to stay current. And how does she become the queen of Twitter? She'll tell you about that too. So anyway, y'all, sit back and enjoy a lively conversation with Miss Dionne Warwick. How has the pandemic impacted you?
It really hasn't. I've really been enjoying what I'm calling a vacation. Not running airports and having to get up at the crack of dawn and pack clothes and all that good stuff, So it's been sort of a vacation, but I am now getting a little antsy. I'm ready to get back to work.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. So what are you doing now at home that you really weren't doing before?
Well, first of all, I'm enjoying my home for a change. I'm sleeping in my own bed and getting up if I want to. If I don't want to, I don't get up. Cooking my own food and the way I want to eat it instead of waiting for a restaurant to decide what they want me to eat. Right. Just kind of getting back to knowing me for a minute.
Okay. All right. And then how about watching TV? Are you watching all the...
Absolutely. That's been my pastime. I've never watched this much TV in my life, but I wake up to a station called MeTV, METV, and it's been wonderful. I'm revisiting my childhood actually with this particular station. I'm watching shows like Leave It to Beaver, and the shows I grew up with, Bonanza, Gunsmoke, all those wonderful shows that make you smile, without having to cringe if a word's going to be out of place.
Right. Did you watch the Golden Globe Awards?
I watched part of it, yes.
Okay.
And I was thrilled, absolutely thrilled that Lee Daniels and
Andra Day.
I was definitely going to say her name. Andra Day, who also recorded with me on my Christmas CD.
I didn't know that.
She was one of the voices of Christmas, yes.
Oh, okay.
I was so happy for her, and it being her very, very first leading role of that magnitude. She was unbelievable. The film is not to be believed. It's a must-see.
Yeah, okay. Good. Now, I saw Malcolm and Marie with Denzel's son, and they had a little song in there called Get Rid of Him.
Which was a surprise. I saw
Yes, it was.
Oh, I didn't know that voice.
Yeah.
So they sent me a lovely, lovely swag gift with filled with some wonderful goodies, and so it was really nice.
Okay, cool. Now, Dionne, you're also known as the Queen of Twitter. How do you feel about that new title?
Oh, it's something that the kids gave me.
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't get that to myself. I'm having a wonderful time. I really am. My niece, with Brittany, showed me how to do it. And once I got started on it, I was giggling as much as they were when they were doing Twitter, and I wanted to know what they were giggling about.
Okay.
And it's given me a chance to get to know some of the young recording artists and making new friends over the internet. I think most of the kids are kind of surprised, first of all, that I am on Twitter, but the fact that I'm a grown up and I have a lot to share with them, and they're loving it.
Right. Okay. But how do you get the energy to do all of this? I mean, you are crushing it at 80. I understand that. But still, that seems to be a lot to do at your age.
There's no, at my age, please. What is an age? You know, it's my brain is as active as it has always been. And I'm having a wonderful time doing this, and we can always learn something new. Nothing more than what we're doing right now, you know, Zoom.
Right. Zoom, learning something new.
Yeah, that's right, like you are.
Yeah. Yes, as I am. Now, tell me about you and Chance the Rapper, because you communicated on Twitter some time ago.
Yes,
is there a record coming up?
It sure is. In fact, Chance will be going in the studio sometime this week to finish his part, and then they'll send it to me. And because everything's being done virtually, then I'll put my lead vocal on, and then the next thing you know, you'll be hearing it.
Yeah, Dionne and Chance, I love it. March is Women's History Month, and you really have made so much history in your 6-decade career. Amazing. But one thing that I never asked you about, what was it like being the first Black female artist to perform a royal performance for the Queen of England?
Well, it was amazing. It was quite exciting to have been asked to do that. It was many, many years ago. And the first performance, Royal Command performance, was for the Queen Mother, and which was quite an ordeal. And then the next, I did 2 more, which was for Queen Elizabeth, her daughter, and who is the Queen now, of course. Right. So it's an honor. It's a very prestigious thing to have been asked to do, and I honor that.
Right. Okay. Let's go to some of your friends. What do you miss most about Nancy Wilson?
Oh, wow. Nancy and I, we go back quite a ways. As a matter of fact, I met Nancy for the first time when I was nominated for a Grammy, and she was too. And it was amazing because it was in the same category, and Nancy was always considered a jazz singer. But she won the Grammy that year. And that was our first meeting in New York City. I'll never forget it. And from that day to the day, unfortunately, that she made her transition, we remained the best of friends. We talked at least 2-3 times a week. She was my pinochle buddy. We played pinochle together.
Okay.
He was very, very special.
Okay. Yeah. Thinking about the other Wilson, Mary Wilson of the Supremes, that was a big shock to all of us.
It really was.
How would you?
A bigger shock to me. You know, I got a call from her daughter. Teresa called me that morning to let me know her mom had passed. And it really shook me. Mary was another very, very special person to me. It's a friend. And another, you know, we were girlfriends. You know, everybody has a friend during the course of their lives. And I've been truly fortunate in that I've got several ladies that I refer to as my girlfriends. And Mary Wilson was a very dear, dear girlfriend to me.
Okay, good enough. Yeah. Now, this is the BlackMuse channel. Who inspired you? Who are your mentors? Women first, and then the men as well.
Yeah, well, the women, I have to say, is my family, my mother and my aunts, who were the fashion plates. And I said, okay, that's how I'm supposed to look, okay? And as I entered into business that we call show, I was mentored by the ladies of the, the era, period. Um, you stop to think of these names: Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Lena Horne, Diane Carroll, Marlene Dietrich. Um, they just, Eartha Kitt, they, they just embraced me. And they were doing what I wanted to do. They looked the way I wanted to eventually look. And they made sure that I stayed true to my path. And then the young men that entered my life and also threw their arms around me and made me their baby was Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, the Rat Pack, actually, the entire Rat Pack. And I had the privilege of sitting in rooms of all of my mentors and hearing their stories and what they did and how they did it. And, you know, they just made sure that I stayed true to my course.
Right, right. Yeah. Now with Diane Carroll, tell me that story again. She was performing, you were sitting at the table in the back. She noticed you. What was that about?
I knew Diane Carroll was performing at the Persian Room in New York City. And I made it my business to go to see all of these ladies whenever they were within a 100-mile radius of me. I considered them my classroom. They were teaching me. And I went to the Persian Room and requested a table at the very back of the room so that I wouldn't be disturbing anyone, because I had a notepad with me. And I was taking notes. She sang this, she wore this, she did this, she said this, you know, things that she was doing were things that I felt I would eventually want to mimic because they were doing what I wanted to do. And then all of a sudden the spotlight hit my table. I guess I was obviously keeping my head down and writing so feverishly that she finally stopped the show and she said, "Little girl, what are you doing?" And I didn't realize she was talking to me. And I was looking around the room to see who she was talking to. And she was talking to me because that spotlight hit me dead center.
Right, right.
Oh my God, she was talking to me. And so after her show, she invited me to her dressing room, which was her suite in the hotel. And she wanted to know what I was doing. And I explained to her that I felt I was in class. I was taking lessons and I was writing notes on what you were doing and how you did it and why you did it, etc. And she never forgot that. And from that day to this, just before she made her transition as well, she always referred to me as little girl.
Little girl.
Yes, all of these people calling me. That's why I keep blanking out on.
Oh, okay. So you're on your phone right now.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Now, were you famous at that point, or did you have your first record, or?
Yeah, I just recorded. I just had my first record, Don't Make Me Over. And,
okay.
But I felt that, you know, what I wanted to do, if I was going to be in this business, I wanted to do it on a level that I could sustain myself. And here I am.
And here you are. All right. Now, you have your life story is in the works. Mm-hmm. What stage is that in right now?
Well, since the COVID-19 decided to jump in our lives, everything came to a screeching halt. You know, but we're in the phase now where the I's are being dotted and T's crossed properly. We have the biopic, which will be starring LaToya Luckett as me, and it will encompass the beginning years of my career. And I have a series in the works as well that Tiana Taylor will be portraying me. So it's two different projects. One's a film and the other is a series.
Okay. All right. And you also have a talk show on YouTube coming up.
They're coming up, yes, indeed.
Okay. All right. So any idea of the format or who might be on it?
There's Dionne Speaks, you know.
Okay. So that could be anybody.
That's
Could
right.
come, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, how about Wendy Williams? Is that someone that you had suggested that she come on? Did I read that tweet?
We'll see who it is that we're putting together a roster now of people that I want to come on. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. Now, you always are making news. So now you're nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How does that feel?
It's wonderful, you know. It's something that I never really considered to be inducted into, because it's rock and roll, whatever that is, because I never categorized music, you know. So I feel pretty honored that they're considering me, and it's according to how many people vote for me as to whether I get in or not. But my attitude is that whatever's supposed to happen, when it happens, that's when it's supposed to.
Exactly. Okay. You have a school back in East Orange, New Jersey, the Dionne Warwick Institute.
Yes.
Now, a lot of folks don't realize that was your elementary school that you attended years ago.
It was Lincoln School then.
Lincoln School, yeah.
Yes, they changed the name to Dionne Warwick Institute quite a few years ago now. And it makes me very, very proud to know that, first of all, being thought of in that manner, to receive such an honor as that, which is something that is everlasting.
Right.
And I'm very proud of my students. We go from preschool to 6th grade. And these babies are amazing, absolutely amazing. And I love them very, very much. And I try to get there as often as I possibly can. And it's something that I'll always remember and feel very, very proud of.
Right. Are the kids back in school now, in class?
Basically virtually.
Virtual.
Not too many schools are open at this point in time, you know, and if they are, they're stagnated, where just a few classes during every other day, maybe, or every 2 days. So nothing is on a full term basis yet.
Right. Okay. With all the time that you have, do you play your music at home just because?
I listen to my peers, and I also listen to the music that I enjoy listening to, you know, which is a variety of music.
Okay. All right. You know, our dear friend, Lerone Bennett, said that your Soulful album was the best engineered album, the sound quality of that album. And of course, your voice, you know, is just superb. Do you have a favorite album at all?
No, I don't. You're speaking of mine, or just general? Of mine, no, I don't. I treat all of my music like my children. You know, they're all very special, so I don't have a favorite.
Okay. All right. And give me an update on the family. I know that Damon is your manager, and
yeah. Well, Damon is my youngest son. He's my manager, and he's also my producer of recordings. David, my eldest, he sings with me. He's also now my drummer in my quartet. So it's a family affair, and I also have my granddaughter with me who sings with me.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's a wonderful thing to have your family around you. So.
Right. Here's a tough question. How would you like to be remembered 80 years from now? How would you like to be remembered?
Basically, you know, that's a question I'm always asked. You know, I never really give a thought that I'm not going to be around to enjoy me as everybody else is. Okay. But you know, I suppose the only way to remember me is to know that Dionne has and will always be Dionne. You know, I'm always who I am. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Anything else that you want to share with us while we got you here for the second time?
I cannot tell you. I haven't laughed like that in quite a while. Thank you.
That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like. And I was sitting here, I was devastated. I was like, ah.
Yeah. No, I just want to say it's first of all been a pleasure to see you again. I haven't seen you in quite a while.
That's true.
And I'm very happy for what you're doing now. And please keep that up and stay safe and healthy. Okay? Do that for me.
All right.
And
all right, good enough. But thank you very much. And thank you for letting this thing happen and fixing it up so nicely. So
no problem,
I loved you before. I love you more now. I love you more.
It's been my pleasure. It really has, Clarence. Thank you.
Okay. All righty. Good enough.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Okay.
Take care. All righty.